Toronto Raptors team. People need to know. I don't know why my chain's out. I'm a chain in guy, not chain out. I just feel like I'm a wannabe right there with the chain out. Either way, I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. What do you guys think of this Raptors squad? Okay, I'm a very big fan of this team, and what I think Pascal Siakam returning. Woo! I think it's really helped this team tremendously. I mean, right now their offensive rating is 13th, while their defensive rating is 23rd. Like they are a better defensive team. Like it's weird, okay? Like they only allow 106 points per game, which is 14th best, while they only score 105, which is 23rd. But their offensive rating is better than their defensive rating. It's weird, but I feel like this is a middle pack of the team. Like they play good defense and they have some good offensive nights, but I'd rather say this is more of a defensive team than an offensive team. But this is more of a balanced team than a team that is more defensive or more offensive. I think they're just more 50-50, where they're almost equally as good and like defensively as they are offensively, if that makes sense, because their versatility and switchability is second to none, okay? I mean, Pascal Siakam, Scottie Barnes, and Precious Achiuwa, arguably, those three guys can interchange, okay? Literally, like, Precious could go from guarding his man to guarding Scottie's guy, while Scottie can go and guard the center that Precious was guarding. I mean, unless, like, he's physically imposing, then maybe not. But Pascal can do that with Precious. And Pascal is athletic enough to guard whoever Scottie's guarding, whoever Precious is guarding. And you could argue Gary, Pascal, and Scottie Barnes could switch with each other. I'm not going to put Gary Trent on any centers, though. And, guys, Chris Boucher. So I asked people, like, what happened to Chris Boucher? And I started looking at tape, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy honestly must have lost weight, got weaker, and he can't hit his three-point shot. Like, this guy was a six-man of the year candidate last year, and now he can barely be on the floor. Svi, he's still looking for that three-point shot. They got Delano Banton, who's awesome. But when I look at this team, I really just like the switchability. Like, even though Chris Boucher, like, sometimes he'll have okay moments on defense, he's just really horrendous at offense. And he hasn't been the same when he was last year defensively because, like, his strength isn't there, it seems like. So sometimes Chris Boucher will have a moment, but, like, hypothetically, Chris Boucher, Yuta Watanabe, Delano Banton, Svi, you could argue Malachi Flynn, Justin Champagny, are all guys who can go into the lineup and play similarly, and Isaac Bonga as well, to Pascal Siakam, Precious Achiuwa, Scottie Barnes, and Gary Trent, where they switch. I would take Malachi Flynn out of that. Malachi is like Fred's backup, but Delano Banton, Yuta Watanabe, and Chris Boucher, Isaac Bonga, Justin Champagny, and David Johnson, I'd more than willingly will say confidently that they have backups who can just be inserted. Like, let's say Pascal's hurt. Okay, Yuta Watanabe, Justin Champagny, Isaac Bonga, and Chris Boucher can take care of that off the bench. It'll probably really be Yuta Watanabe and Chris Boucher, but, like, still, this is a team that... Sorry, I just got over the flu last week. Still have a little bit of a cough left. And they don't even have OG Anunoby right now, who's hurt. And OG Anunoby, for example, right here, like, they're playing Scottie Barnes, Gary Trent, and Pascal Siakam. And then, like, right now, and Khem Birch hasn't even played. So, like, you have to think about this team's playing really well without OG Anunoby and Khem Birch, two, like, very integral parts. Like, Khem Birch is arguably, they've started Khem Birch. I believe they've started Khem Birch this year. Khem Birch, yeah, he's had 3 starts this year, and I think he was a big part. He's a big part of this team. He's a good rebounder. He plays his role, knows his role, and he's out in OG Anunoby, who's one of their leading scorers this season. Like, this guy's averaging 28 a game. He's been out with injury, so I think the fact that they're winning games and are able to plug in Svi, Yuta Watanabe, my man, Precious Achiuwa. I feel like Precious Achiuwa, as of late, like, sometimes he'll play, like, less minutes. Like, he'll go on some games where he'll be playing, like, 30-plus minutes, but then he'll have some games where he'll play, like, 20 minutes, okay? Like, again, between the stretch between the Kings, the Warriors, and Grizzlies, he's only playing 20. And then Boston and Indiana, he dropped like he was playing 30 minutes a night. Can someone tell me like why they stagger his minutes sometimes? I haven't watched enough of him to understand why.